and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. I'm coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. The Benue State Executive Council has passed a vote of confidence on Governor Hyacinth Alia and his administration for his effort in taming insecurity and his leadership quality. This was the unanimous decision of the fourth council meeting held at the Government House in Makurdi. Correspondent Felicity Ndere reports.
Following the conscious efforts of the Governor Hyacinth Alia-led administration in addressing issues of insecurity in the state, the Fourth Executive Council meeting unanimously passed a vote of confidence on the present administration in the state. Deputy Governor Sam Ode, who doubles as the vice chairman of the council, moved the motion on his principle.
We have unanimously, as a council, decided and hereby passed a vote of confidence on the political and security leadership of our government.
Members of the State Executive Council were unanimous in their support for the vote of confidence on the governor.
High reduction in crime and insecurity in the state. That I can go home and stay for 2 days without having a patient. And therefore, give me personally some kudos and thanks for all that you have done to bring us to where we are. After thunder comes rain. So we are confident that there is peace at the end of this tunnel. Politically speaking, we affirm the fact that the government is the undisputable leader of Benue State. Socially speaking, we identify the fact that the masses are still with us.
A good sailor is made by the turbulent storms that go through. And so far so good, you are sailing this very ship to the right direction.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, who appreciated the council for their confidence in him, assured them that their support will spur him to do more for the overall welfare of the state.
Thank you so much for giving this vote of confidence, which again we re-engineer my thinking, my institutions and all the planning to ensuring that oath I took, the missions, the mission which all of us are onto, it's brought not only to bear but fruitfully executed.
He pledged that his administration will not relent until all displaced persons will return to their ancestral homes. In Makurdi, Felicity Ndere, Global TV News.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ogbetokun, has warned officers of the National Police Force against unlawful and prolonged detentions. He stressed that any officer found violating constitutional provisions on human rights will face serious consequences. This is detailed in a statement released and signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi. The IG reaffirmed the police leadership's commitment to upholding human rights and ensuring due processes in all detention procedures. The Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project has taken President Bola Tinubu to court over what it calls the unlawful suspension of the Rivers State Governor, his deputy, and House of Assembly members. The 6-month suspension was announced while the president proclaimed a state of emergency in the state. Serap argued that the decision violates constitutional provisions and undermines democratic governance. The lawsuit filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja was initiated by 3 members of Serap's Volunteers Lawyers Network, that is SVLN, in Rivers State. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria says it temporarily shut the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport, Ibadan in Oyo State, to facilitate extensive upgrade work to enhance infrastructure and operational standards. FAN, in a statement signed by its Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiageli Ora, stated that the federal government had approved the closure, which become necessary to enable the execution of critical improvements at the airport. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency has consequently closed the runway and suspended airport operations by the International Civil Aviation Organization regulations. The upgrade was part of the state government's move to transform the aerodrome into an international status. The governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, has expressed disappointment over the quality of work on the 10.8 billion naira Agoli erosion control project in Kago, Dose local government area of the state. During an unscheduled visit, Namadi faulted the contractor, Retacha Company Limited, for using substandard materials, warning that his administration would not tolerate poor workmanship. The project, supported by the World Bank, aimed to combat erosion in affected communities, including Damasara, Yewawa, and Kago, under the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscape, that is ACRESAL initiative. It was supposed to be a typical night commute for many, but it turned into a nightmare for those who witnessed the devastating fire on Otedola Bridge. The inferno, which engulfed a tanker and several vehicles, left a trail of destruction and chaos in its wake. The fire, which started when a gas tanker brake failed, quickly spread to nearby businesses, including a mechanic workshop, a hospital, and several provision and clothing stores. The incident counted 18 vehicles, 10 tricycles, all of which were destroyed in the blaze. The Association of Local Government of Nigeria, that is ALGON, has commended the progress made in implementing the Supreme Court judgment that granted financial autonomy to local governments in Nigeria. The chairman of ALGON's Board of Trustees, Honorable Odunayo Ategbero, made this while addressing journalists after a closed-door meeting with its members. Sharon Ajay has the details.
The chairman of ALGON's Board of Trustees, Honorable Odunayo Ategbero, emphasizes the need for autonomy to address critical issues such as security, health, and education at the grassroots level. With over 80% of Nigerians residing in local government areas, ALGON stresses the importance of empowering local governments to drive social, political, and rapid development.
Report. They're so far so good. We are impressed the way they are handling the implementation. Even in spite of some bottlenecks, I want to believe they are making progress. And all these are in the interest of, we need, as the administrators at the local government level, to ensure that life is made better, for the citizens at the local government level. And this is why we have been clamoring for autonomy in local government, so that we can implement a lot of developmental issues, particularly on security, health, education, and so on and so forth.
The association noted that democracy has returned to the local government level, with state governors conducting elections, a departure from the past where tickets were handed out. This development is seen as a positive step towards effective governance at the local level.
We are making tremendous progress at the third tier of government to ensure that our democracy system is felt at the grassroots, because development, we have to start from the grassroots. It's a bottom-top approach to implement the laudable programs and projects of Mr. President.
The association further applauds the federal government's implementations despite encountering challenges, noting that the committee has instructed local governments to open accounts with the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, for seamless financial operations. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
In a bid to cushion the effect of economic hardship, the Imo State governor has distributed presidential palliative to Christian and Muslim faithfuls across the southeast and south-south region. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, who represented President Bola Tinubu during the distribution at Ndubisi Kano Square in Owerri, urged both Christians and Muslims communities to continue praying for Nigeria. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, has the details.
Ndubisi Kano Square in Owerri, the state capital. Truckloads of food items arrived for distribution as part of the federal government's relief program. The initiative coincides with both the Christian Lenten season and the Muslim Ramadan fast, providing much-needed support to the less privileged. Addressing the gathering, Governor Hope Uzodinma emphasized that the palliative were meant for those in genuine need and called for transparency in the distribution process.
So I want, on behalf of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, whose gifts we are distributing today, and be transparent in delivering these foodstuffs to those who need it, the poor and the downtrodden, those who are not able to see what they will use to break fast.
The governor also urged the faithful to continue to pray for President Bola Tinubu while avoiding actions that could distract him from successfully completing his tenure.
So as you pray for God not to allow the president to be distracted. As long as his time is there and is implementing his manifesto and programs, Nigeria will be a land of prosperity.
Religious leaders from both faiths were present to oversee and bless the distribution. They emphasized the importance of unity, charity, and mutual respect during this fasting period.
Here to talk about what you have considered very necessary with Mr. President to bring to the Christian community and the Muslim community. We want to say thank you, Your Excellency.
Our heartfelt gratitude to the President, and we pray that you will do more. How can we lose hope when Allah has sent hope in our midst here?
As the presidential palliatives has been distributed to both Christians and Muslims in the southeast and south-south region, experts believe that this will go a long way in alleviating the sufferings of the people of the both region. From Ndubisi Kano Square, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Imo State government has announced key initiative aimed at enhancing electricity supply, advancing digital innovation, and promoting youth engagement. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emelunbach, disclosed this while briefing journalists on the outcome of the State Executive Council meeting. Amarachi Ibe completes the reports.
Speaking after the Executive Council meeting, chaired by the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emelunbach, reiterated the government's commitment to improving power supply through the Light Up Imo project. He says the initiative is designed to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity across the state, with completion expected in the coming months.
In the state, they have entered into an agreement for the Rush Electricity Company to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity to the 27 local governments in the state. So with that, that is a step further towards ensuring that the Light Up Imo project is a reality. So in the next few months or thereabout, that project will be realized.
The Commissioner also announced the approval of Imo Digital City Company Limited, a government-backed initiative aimed at building a vibrant digital ecosystem. He noted that the government will provide land and infrastructure to support technology-driven enterprise and innovation in the state, adding that government has assigned portfolio to 5 newly appointed commissioners to further strengthen governance and administrative efficiency.
We also have the agreement between the state government and Silicon Valley for the establishment of Imo Digital City Company Limited. Also, we have approval of ESCO for the Youth Marathon stakeholders engagement against insecurity. So, Ministry of Youth will organize the youth in a marathon exercise.
The Imo State government reaffirms that it will continue to prioritize infrastructure development, digital transformation, and youth empowerment. From Government House Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, Canada denies 13,000 Nigerians asylum. Details coming shortly. Please plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Welcome back. Now in business, the Nigerian Conversation Foundation and other partners hosted the Executive Secretary of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Simon Steele, and his delegation on a 4-day visit to Nigeria. A statement from the NCF stated that the UNSFCCC has been pivotal in supporting climate policy development, capacity building, and other initiatives for various countries. The maiden visit, which includes a series of events, helped to review the country's progress to an ambitious nationally determined contribution, NDC 3.0, a chief of which is to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2060 and the economic benefit a strong climate action plan can bring. The governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, has assured residents that his administration is on track to meet the 60 billion naira internally generated revenue that is IGR target for 2025. The milestone, he emphasized, will fund transformative development projects across the state. Governor Mba made this declaration during his investiture as president of the Enugu State Sport Club. The federal government, state government, and local government council have shared a total of 1.678 trillion naira as federation account revenue for February 2025. According to a communique issued after the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, that is FAC, meeting held in Abuja, the figure represented a slight decline from the 1.703 trillion naira shared in January, reflecting a drop in key revenue streams, including VAT, petroleum profit tax, PPT, and companies income tax, CIT. This is according to a press statement by Bawa Mokwa, Director of Press and Public Relations at the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. A trade expert who served as the treasurer of the Oyo State Shippers Association, Aminat Animasheung, has identified high interest rates on loans and poor infrastructure as key barriers hindering the export of Nigerian-made goods. Animasheung lamented that entrepreneurs seeking to export locally produced goods are struggling due to expensive credit facility. She called on the government to introduce single-digit interest rate loans to encourage more production for exports. And now on the foreign scene, no fewer than 13,171 Nigerians who applied for refugee protection from January 2013 to December 2024 were turned down by Canadian government. This includes 811 Nigerians rejected in 2024. Official data from the Refugee Protection Division of the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada placed Nigeria among the top 5 countries with the most rejected claims. It ranked 5th. Others are Mexico with 2,954 rejections, India 1,688, Haiti 982, and Colombia 723. Sudan's army has reclaimed the presidential palace in the capital, Khartoum, in significant victory over a rampaging militia that controls a swath of the Khartoum country. The Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, and the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, has viciously scrambled for territory since fighting broke out between them in April 2023. The conflict had triggered one of the world's worst humanitarian crises and has left more than 28,000 people dead, with 11 million others forced to flee their homes, according to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Initiative. The RSF has laid siege to Khartoum and the Sudanese seat of power since the start of the war. The government said its troops had seized control of the presidential palace and would continue its push to retake the capital. A Turkish court has formally placed Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu under arrest pending trial on corruption charges, days after his detention triggered mass protests across the country. The court says İmamoğlu at least 20 others were jailed as part of a corruption investigation. The court in Istanbul of their crucial 2026 World Cup qualifier is scheduled for Tuesday at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. It is observed that the Zimbabweans are being motivated to come to Uyo and get a result. The Super Eagles says they are hugely motivated by the ambition to play at the FIFA World Cup, Truth Ekong says, as the team arrive at the Victor Atta International Stadium. The defender, who was instrumental in Nigeria's 2-1 victory over Rwanda in Kigali on Friday, emphasized the hunger within the squad to reach football's biggest stage. Super Eagles new striker Tolu Arokodare has revealed why he became emotional after making his debut in Nigeria's 2-0 victory over Rwanda in Friday's 2026 World Cup qualifier in Kigali. Arokodare, who earned his first call-up under new head coach Eric Chile, came on as a substitute for 2-goal hero Victor Osimhen in the closing stages of the match. The 24-year-old Genk Frenchman was spotted in tears in the dressing room following the game, sparking curiosity about what triggered such an emotional response from the debutant. Arokodare has now explained that his tears flowed after embracing his teammate and idol, Victor Osimhen, whom he credits as having a significant influence on his career. La Liga giants Barcelona are reportedly interested in Atlanta winger Ademola Lookman. Lookman, according to Spanish news hub Mundo Deportivo, is a possible option for Hansi Flick's side in the summer transfer window. The Nigerian international will be entering the final year of his Atlanta contract in the summer. The 27-year-old was close to linking up with the Ligue 1 champions Paris Saint-Germain last summer. And that's it on Global TV Midday News. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.